First question.
What got you into teas? Or tarantulas.
Well,
sorry, I abbreviated.
When I was a wee young lad, I found myself in the midst of
Oh my
a
god.
Repticon.
We're Irish now.
I just wanted to go on and get an outtake out of the way because I knew it was going to happen. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. As the intro said, title said, whatever. What? This is why you stay behind the camera. Oh my god. You gotta pee. This is never gonna happen. Oh my god. It's just a camera. Alright. I quit. I quit. What is going on, my reptile junkies? Guys, this is my Tarantula Tag video. Now, I guess to explain that real quick, I was added into a Facebook group of tarantula YouTubers. I'm really tickled to be a part of that. You know, really honored that they brought us, extended that olive branch over to some of those reptile guys. Because, tarantulas and reptiles, they do go pretty much hand in hand. But for us, we're no experts, just love tarantulas. But there's a list of questions that we're supposed to answer, 10 of them. We was tagged by Dave Scott. Dave's an awesome YouTuber. April's on this side because that was part of the stipulation in his video was that she had to get on this side of the camera and answer the same questions.
Thanks, Dave. I'm here though, right?
And him and David, Erie Arachnids, they normally don't get on this side of the camera. So that's kind of what Dave was saying. Hey, I did it. You got to do it. And, guys, you guys did great. Y'all should do it more often.
Definitely.
Made it real more personable.
Great job.
I think they did. It was a great, great video, both of them. And we're super humble. They actually listed us as their favorite YouTubers. Y'all's checks are in the mail. Definitely. I told David that. His was a little bit more believable than Dave's, so he got a little bit more money, Dave. Don't be offended, but no. Really, guys.
Either way, both of you guys did great. And I think the camera actually loves you. We're not going to talk about that on my side of the fence, because I want to stay on that side there, right?
You do fine. You do fine. Other than, I hope y'all enjoyed the intro, by the way. That was our outtake. She hadn't seen it yet.
I don't want to know.
I've got the outtakes together to go ahead of this. It's going to be great.
He says, nobody's going to see this. This is just for fun. Yes. Okay.
Moving on.
That never happens. Right.
that was this morning, guys.
Number one. Moving on. Number one, what got you into teas?
Well, that was like I was saying about tarantulas going with reptiles, and we would hit these shows, which wasn't even called Repticons then. I don't think that was just different shows that would pop up.
I don't think so. That was years ago. 10 years ago.
And you would see the teas there at the shows, and it just kind of sparked a curiosity. And actually, April, which Dave mentioned in his video that I've made, mention that the teas are really April's thing, and they really have evolved into that. But in the beginning, that was definitely not the case. She wanted no part.
I was scared to death.
Yeah.
I didn't want any part of it.
It made me keep them in the laundry room. It was a funny story. Some stuff fell off the rack one day, some empty tubs. And I was actually out of work, and she calls me freaking out that these spiders are loose in her laundry room.
Stuffing towels under the door. Like, oh my God, they're going to get out.
And so I'm freaking out thinking, oh God, I'm going to get home and find my tarantulas out. But it wasn't that at all. But from there, they grew on her, and she refers to them now as like a guinea pig or a ferret. I just kind of want to pet it. And I will never see it like that. I find
They're
the beauty
furry.
in them. But,
they're colorful. They're furry. They're not like a outside spider. They're different. So
yeah, and she handled one before I did. So props to you.
yeah, they're fun.
What got you into teas?
You. I hated tarantulas. That's the truth. He found the beauty in them before I did.
Yeah,
he just
cool.
doesn't find as much beauty as I do.
Now.
Now. Number 2.
First tee.
Yeah, that's the same for both of us.
Yeah, I mean, that was, we got a pair of Chilean rose hairs, which is mostly the case for a lot of people I know. And I got a male and female. Our male lived for maybe 5 years or so.
Yeah.
That female is around 10 years old, guys. So
she's actually probably 11.
Cameron's 12.
Yeah,
so
Cameron's 12.
She's somewhere around that range.
She's somewhere between 2 and 11.
But that was our first tarantula.
Alright.
Favorite
Number 3.
species.
Yeah, favorite species.
I went back and forth with this, guys, and it's still tough. I love, it might sound crazy, I love any baboon, but I also love any tree spider. Or, tree tarantula, tree spider, any of those arboreal species I love. But I guess I'm going to have to go with a baboon. I know their temperament's not the greatest. I don't care anything about holding them anyway, but like with king baboons and several other, the burrows they make, there's even a species out there that's been known to swim, which I think is pretty cool. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I'm going to have to say a baboon. Just the overall posture, it's just a mean spider. Tarantula. I better not say spider. That's like saying poison instead of venomous. Poisons.
Yeah. We're not going to get into that.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, I don't like to do like the whole species thing. You know how I feel about that because it's hard for me to differentiate in categories because they're so similar, some of them. But for me, I guess favorite species would be the Brazilian whitey. I don't know what species exactly that would be considered,
like one up there.
I love the Brazilian red and white. I think that's a different species. But the Brazilian whitey has always been like one of my absolute favorites. If you watched in some of our earlier videos, you can see us at Repticons actually looking for that particular tarantula over and over. We got the Brazilian red and white. Still didn't find the whitey until like the next show. But that was one of the ones that I really had to have. And
that's actually going to be in the number 7
I
on
cannot
the feeding.
wait. It's still tiny, guys, but I cannot wait to see this one grow. I mean, it's just going to be an exceptional spider. Spider tarantula, as you say. I just can't wait to see what it's going to look like as it gets older. I'm so psyched about that. So anyway, number 4, dream species.
Dream species, man. Oh, that's a tough one too. 'Cause that's and these questions, they really make you think. Really.
And it's hard because favorite species can run into dream species, can they not?
Yeah, I mean, mine is going to probably be a blue-legged baboon. I believe that is H. pulchrites. If I said that right.
Cool. Not happening for my side.
That's a tea that I've never actually seen at a show in person ever. I've never seen one.
Not so far.
But to me, that's a pretty stunning tea. So I guess that would have to be my dream. Yours, I could probably guess, is like blue fang.
Yeah, well, my dream species before was the whitey. However, I have that one. So the blue fang tarantula, I don't know what the scientific name is for that. Maybe you can look it up later. And I don't think it's really all that expensive of a tarantula. It just seems to be something that's harder to find for me.
Any size.
Yeah,
itty big.
we have, but most of the time they're out of stock. It's not something that I've actually been able to get my hands on. So for me, right now, that's my dream species.
How many teas do I own? We have 22.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's on this paper.
I'll put a mark up there on the back.
We had to count.
Well, we have 22. We did. I don't like putting a number on anything. So we went through, made sure 22 teas and several other different inverts, Tellus whip scorpion, vinegaroon, centipedes, got assassin bugs David sent me.
Awesome stuff.
You know, just man, I've got quite a few spiders that David has sent me. He's such an awesome dude.
We sure appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I go on and on about them guys, but yeah, 22, not as huge as most of you guys, but
yeah, we're a little lower, but we do have like over 100 in
critters.
our collection, which we'll get to at some point down here somewhere.
Introduce a tea. What I've got sitting here on the table, and I guess we'll just open her up.
Definitely favorites.
Yeah. This, here I can hold that. This is my Mexican red knee. Used to be Brachypelmia smithi, but now I think it's changed to Brachypelmia. It starts with an H. I can remember it.
I don't know.
Like a Harmony or a Mori or something, but I don't. Like I say, guys, I got a label maker I'm going to make a gallant effort to try to start keeping up with that a lot better.
But for now, it's a Mexican red knee, right?
Yeah, love this species of spider, tarantula. Absolutely love it. It was one of my dream species. I actually was going to try to do my feeding video of her, and if you see the hairs that are missing, and she lit me up. It's the first time that she has ever kicked hairs at me since I've had her. And
she's been a little temperamental today, which is
it was really odd.
Unusual
really
for
odd.
her.
But I mean, just like
we've had her 11 years though, so.
And she's done great. It's one of my favorite all time. Just because I was a kid, one of the first tarantula books I saw had that tarantula on the front of it. Like I said, you can see the little bit of hair she kicked out, and she got all over my hands with it. I was not expecting it, and that's not a pleasant thing. All right, moving on. What's next on the list?
All right, you got to feed a tea now.
Oh, all right. I got.
So who is coming up next?
I got the video, but you haven't seen that. No, I took a video actually when you was at the store. I took a video of the geniculata, which is her white knee.
Oh, okay.
Check out this video. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Channel. Boy, that's a tough one for anybody.
Well, like I done mentioned them. West Coast Arachnids, Dave Scott.
And we're gonna try to not name the same people because David,
Erie Arachnids. I mean, all them people are
all these people. I don't want to rename, so I don't want to name his.
They took. When we first got into this YouTube thing about 2 years ago. Those are the first couple of guys that actually reached out, showed an interest in my channel, and they've helped me along the way. And like I said with David, man, he sent us so many cool things. My assassin bugs, he has a bunch of them, and he just hit me up out of the blue. Hey, would you like some? Yeah,
awesome.
Sent me some. And our mail lady carried them around on a hot day the whole day.
Horrible.
I lost a lot of them, and man, he just sent me more of them. You can't. People just don't do that kind of stuff anymore, so it's really cool. And plus, he sent me a rear horn baboon, vegans, June. Just I go on and on. But those are some of my favorites. But I guess
cool. Marilyn Moore.
Yeah, Marilyn Moore is going to have to actually be
tarantulas.
my favorite YouTube channel, just because. She always stuck out to me when I first got into teas. I would watch some of her stuff when we first got in this YouTube experience. I watched some of her stuff. She was always so gentle with the spiders and her tarantulas, and just so caring of a person. And she would just, any of them just about, she knows the personality, scoop them right up, handle them, and I just, you know, she's just a cool lady, really cool lady.
And she can put bows on hers for holidays, and nobody cares.
Yeah, that's
cool,
pretty
right?
cool stuff. It really is. So yeah, my favorite YouTube is just gonna have to be
And
Miss
she's
Moore.
always so excited about
Every time.
the spiders, tarantulas. Okay. Anyway,
I do too. So.
yeah. Some that I
What's
know
your favorite?
you would have wanted to mention because I can't list.
You got to list your favorite YouTube.
I am going to list my favorite, but not without saying a few others. Sabrina's Tarantulas,
That's a good one.
Tattoo Highway, which you wanted to mention, I'm sure.
Tarantulas DK.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Of course, David, Erie Arachnids, West Coast, same as for me, but for my favorite YouTube channel, I'm gonna have to say Mini ZooTube. Chris and Melissa, I love you guys. I think you're actually very awesome. It's always something funny.
We talked about this.
They're hilarious.
Speaking of the scientific names.
Yeah.
Y'all check this clip out real quick. This is one of the first,
I'm not going to name
videos we have watched.
scientific names because, well, we'll let Melissa explain why.
Watch
I'm
this
going
real
to
quick.
stick on my end of the spectrum for this.
Anyways, back to looking at the new spiders that we got. Or tarantulas, I should say. What's the first one here? First two, I should say.
There's the name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Orphanicus Philippinus.
What did you say?
The Philippinus.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have the fruit flies? We're gonna give them a quick feed.
Alright, I hope you thought that was funny.
Mini ZooTube, we love you guys. Number 9. Do you have any other exotic or reptile?
Do we have any other exotics or reptiles or
We can
pets?
talk about those. I'm going to get my Valentine's present.
Oh no, really?
Oh, yes, we have to get
God.
at least one clip. A tiny one. You can name the rest, right?
Well, it's kind of a broad thing. Do you have any other exotic reptiles or pets? Yeah, we got a few. We have a few. You know, we enjoy our few. We have a small collection, small. So, but yeah, that was a really good thing. I mean, this has been a fun video to do. April's back here with. Oh my God.
My Valentine's present. Aw, isn't it cute?
Yes, we got a stinking ferret, and his name is Stinky Slinky.
Stinky Slinky.
She's wanted one, guys, since years. We had one for a long
ago.
time. So I'm gonna show you. I'll throw a clip in here of his penthouse that he's got.
Aww.
I like fuzzies. I'm not a huge fan of fuzzies. Ferrets in particular, because they do carry a musk with them. So
Oh my God, he is so awesome. He is such a liar.
yeah, he's a cool little noodle. That was April's Valentine's Day gift. So
Stinky Slinky. Well, our anniversary is the 19th.
coming up quick.
So between Valentine's Day and anniversary, I was able to con him into this and a cake. So,
Anyhow,
Stinky Slinky.
the last thing we're supposed to answer Dave's question. Dave's question was, what is our favorite tea in our
both
collection?
have to answer that.
My favorite tea, and that was a real tough one. But I'm going to say, believe it or not, guys, my King Baboon. Just because of the fact, you know, like I said before, the tunnels, I cannot wait for it to get bigger. I'm going to get it a nice acrylic enclosure so I can see those tunnels. So that would be mine. What is yours? Oh my God.
Oh, that is sweet kisses.
He's got to
Anyway.
bite your lip.
He'll bite your
He
ears.
did, too. My ears stick out, guys, and so he already got me.
He thinks they're chicken nuggets.
What's your favorite tea?
Oh my goodness. Oh. I don't know. There's so many. We have 22, right? That's a lot. No. In reality, I still think the white knee is going to be, not right now, because it's so tiny that it just is a little squirt. But I know when it gets bigger, that is going to be like my absolute favorite. Right now, however, I'm going to go with the pumpkin patch. I know a lot of people don't really necessarily care for the dwarf species, but for me, the pumpkin patch has always just been such an amazing, beautiful spider. Tarantula, whatever you want to call
them.
it.
In between that one and the Amazon sun tiger.
Yeah, the sun tiger is beautiful. But I mean, there again, several of the dwarf species for me are just incredible. But on the flip side of that, I'm totally drawn in by the giant species. So I think I'm kind of like one of those that there's maybe one of three in the giant category, and there's one of three in the dwarf species that I'm just really, I mean, I don't know what to even say about those because they're just so incredible.
Well, if there could only be one, there'd only be 1 or 2 tanks in his room. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And if I had to choose one out of any tarantula in this entire room, I'm going to honestly say it would be the Brazilian whiting.
Easy enough.
You know.
Well, now we got to tag some people to do this. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't too extremely long. Y'all got some humor out of it. We're tired. It's late Saturday night at this point. You know, we had life going on today, and I wanted to get this video done. But I'm going to tag, and that was a tough one.
Oh,
but
yes.
I'm going to tag my buddy Wes, Tattoo Highway. He hadn't done a video in a while. Is why he's getting tagged. He's got a nice collection and always makes some very good videos. So I'm interested to see his video. And I'm supposed to ask him a question. My question is going to be, if I come to Louisiana, are you going to give me a free tattoo? So,
and me too.
You know. Let me know. No. But really, when I said earlier, I made mentions, I always use the term pet hole. And that he actually was the first person I ever heard to use that term. So, Wes, what's your favorite pet hole, man? That's the easy one.
And for me, I'm going to tag, of course, Mini ZooTube. Chris and Melissa, you're tagged. And my question for you guys is, who got into the tarantulas first? Was it Melissa or was it Chris? I have to know.
And Chris, I hope you had a safe journey back. Your last video, you drove all the way from Canada to sneak in here and take a video in my reptile room, which I thought was awesome.
Oh, yes.
I hope you had a safe trip back. But guys, there again, sure hope you enjoyed that. It was so much fun to do. Everybody I mentioned, I believe, tagged below in this video. I can't say enough about you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you out there. And that's it. That's our Tarantula Tag video.
Yes.
Have a good night, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.